Hi everyone, it's Cynthia Walker, the director of the Brickstore Museum. I'm coming to you from my own house today, where we are starting seedlings for the Brickstore Museum's Victory Garden. You might notice the first thing that you'll see in this video is that we're using these plastic straws to hold up some of our sunflowers. We didn't just buy these straws, but this is something that I've had in my cabinet for probably about 4 or 5 years. We had purchased straws a long time ago and then now don't want to use them anymore. So instead of throwing them away in the garbage, we just have reused or repurposed these straws to help hold up our little seedlings here. So we just keep them and keep reusing them year after year for our little seedling support. So that speaks to kind of a larger theme of victory gardening, which is conservation. And in the 1910s and the 1940s, both during World War I and World War II, families who were doing victory gardening, anything that you grew in your own garden you could keep and you could eat. So you wanted to plan for, number one, what would grow in your yard, and then number two, what your family would eat, of course. So, and one of the other big themes is making sure that you could reduce waste where you could. So that's what we're practicing here with our little straw supports. Another way that we're reducing, or at least conserving, is that I purchased these big trays a long while ago, and then we just keep, we move out the larger seedlings. So these ones over here in the little pots started growing in here, and once they reached about this height, this is a piece of corn, we moved them over to the larger pots so they could, the root structure could build up a little bit more, and we could reuse these plastic seed starters to put more seeds in and develop more seeds that would be able to be, or seedlings, excuse me, that could be planted in the ground. So just a little preview of what you'll hopefully find in the Victory Garden this year. We have some peas, some snap peas are growing. These, of course, as I said, are the big long ones are corn. These ones with the two petals are, this one I think is butternut squash, and then over here is summer squash. And then the really long kind of lanky ones are sunflowers. We'll see how we do this year. We tried to plant sunflowers last year, and whatever critters live in downtown Kennebunk decided that they were just too delicious to let them grow. So our sunflowers got wiped out before they were able to grow to any great height last year. So we'll see how that goes. But the reason that we're planting these squash as well as the corn, and over here, I'm trying to remember where they went. I think actually they're in these rows over here. We are planting, once again, like we did last year, something called the Three Sisters, which is a Native American planting technique that basically uses these three plants to help other plants grow, as well as fend off any pests that might come. So again, it's the corn in the middle, and then around the base squash is planted, and then you can't see anything over there, but when they do, the beans will grow up around the stalks of the corn, and they climb up the corn. So it makes this kind of miniature ecosystem in these three plants. So that's something to try at home if you want to get started. I will say that corn is kind of tricky to plant, but if you want to go for something easy at the beginning, I would definitely try a type of squash, and certainly beans. Here's one that's growing up actually. Just because those pop up right out of the dirt really quickly, and you can see, especially if you have little ones, you can see their progress really quickly. So that is our preview for the day. But if you want to keep learning about what we're doing with the Victory Garden and where it's going, you can visit our website, www.brickstoremuseum.org, and then go to the exhibitions page, because we have a whole link to our outdoor exhibitions, which includes the Victory Garden. And then we put updates on there about how our plants are doing and all little types of lessons like that. So we'll see you over there soon.